It's tequila time. So, been a little bit. I've been out of pocket for back reasons, so doing better and just kind of get back into the swing of things. Uh, really, it's been busy, even though I've been kind of lame. Um, Sciatic nerve problems just cause all kinds of issues. But in the meantime, I've been a little bit of a busy boy in between recuperating and spending money. So let's start at the beginning. So I doing more in bottle aging. Acquired several bottles of Fortaleza Still Strength to do some in bottle aging, and I've done it with so far with 2 out of the 4 bottles I acquired. I have done some really nice things to it. Though I love the Blanco, I'm doing making things that I can't buy, like single barrel offerings. So uh, the first one with Fortaleza, of course, you know that I've done with other tequilas, but I wanted to do it with Fortaleza Still Strength, so it would be the same as their single barrel offerings. So this was the first one, and if you can see with that right there, that's what I used to season my wood stave with, and we can get a good glimpse of that color. That ain't clear, folks. No, 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 and it is very tasty. Um, that was my first one. As you can see, done a lot of sampling with that one. So we wanted to do another one, but I wanted to find the right seasoning material to do the next one. And so I was able to acquire another bottle to do seasoning with. And so my latest, actually, I pulled the wood stave out of it today. After 3 days of being in there, that one took 5 days, but it was a different size stave. Um, let me pull a couple of things here real quick. I can find it. Should have been in there. So this is about the size stave I used in this bottle, and the other one was smaller. It was only about that big. I had one here. I don't know where it went. Ah, one of this size. Kind of short. You can buy these all on Amazon. I made the mistake. I bought some. They were this big. I turned them down to that big. So they fit the bottle. These are for barrels. It was not going to return them. And they, you know what, it actually worked out really well. So 5 days. No, that was 5 days. This is 3 days. I used Weller Antique 107 as the seasoning for the stave. 2 days. Let it dry out. And then 3 days later, we end up with this. Now, it does not show on camera. Well, there we go. That's a little bit better. A little dark as it actually is. I've had a small sample of this, but I'm kind of letting it rest. Before this is over with, we're going to taste it. We're going to have a nice taste of it. And I'm going to open it up and let it air out a little bit while we're doing some other things. So this I think is going to be yummy. Giddy. Let's pop this open and we'll let it air. So in the meantime, some of you know, some of you don't know. Long Island Lou, who has a YouTube channel, very successful YouTube channel, was invited to come back down to Arandas to NOM 1414, which is the Vivanco distillery. And Siempre brought him down to say, hey, we got a little project we'd like to do with you, for you. We want you to pick a single barrel for us. We've got, I think it was 8 or 9 barrels to pick from. Sergio is going to go through them. I'm going to go through with this. Is Alex LaCroix. and then I want you to go through them. And so didn't tell him what it was, but he went through it, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, I know this. This tastes familiar." Well, that's because it was familiar. It's one of his favorites from Siempre, and so I acquired this bottle, and this is the Siempre Rebel Cask. But this is, if I can get this to do it, this is Long Island Luz Vivo Single Barrel Añejo. It's, if you can see the color, I'm trying to get the light to go through. It doesn't have a light spot, but you can see the nice color of this. So this bottle, as you can tell, unopened. It's not that I'm not going to open it, though it would be a very rare bottle. Um, this was number 4 of 198, less than 200. And that's the only of that will ever be done as a single barrel. So, but my birthday is coming up here pretty quick. And that's one of the reasons I bought it, is I wanted to buy it and share it on my birthday. And so we're going to do a little party about a week ahead of time, because my birthday falls on the same weekend as Mother's Day. Busy day. So my sisters and I are going to get together with some friends and family, and we're going to celebrate my birthday. And the thing about it is I'm bringing a whole buttload of tequila, and we're going to do margaritas, and we're going to have some Mexican food, and we're just going to have a nice time. But that's one of the bottles we're going to open for my birthday. One of the other bottles that I specifically went and seeked out is a bottle of Ocho Barrel Select Añejo Old Fitzgerald barrels. Again, unopened. Still got the Mexican seal on it. Was looking for this one too. Kansas City didn't get very many of them, so they were kind of hard to come by. I ended up having to go on the internet and find one of those there. And then next couple ones are going to pull them out in a row. I was watching a interview with CJ Agave of All Things Tequila, and he interviewed the owner. And I'm going to say this wrong, so I'm going to show you the bottles first. See the dog? That's the Mexican national hairless dog. He's a pretty good sized dog. Cholo's Quinto. So anyway, it's Cholo. This is the Joven. CJ just loved this, and I kind of trust CJ's palate. And one of the other ones that he tried them all, but he kind of went a little bonkers over the Joven and the high proof Plata Forte. So I ordered these two again for my birthday, and we're gonna crack those open tomorrow too. And then I got a gift from a friend who only asked one thing of me. And he said that was that try it. We're going to try it again here real quick. Try it. Go on to the Tequila Matchmaker. Rate it. Give it a review. So my friend Keith Bogart sent me this. Tequila Cultura 100 Blanco. It's 40%. It is brick oven cooked, pot stilled, all Highlands agave. And it's done at 1414. This is a really good tequila. It's not here in the U.S. yet, but it is soon to be here. Uh, Comparisons would be G4 Blanco, Lalo. What was the other one I was thinking of that it was kind of close to? Oh yeah, well, it's not quite that vegetal. Suerte is very very similar to Suerte, not similar. Price wise, this is going to be about $40 a bottle for $750. Yeah, but it was $750. Yeah, $750. It's a very good entry tequila, and I hate to put it that way. It's not overly complicated. It's very easy to drink. it's just it's got some really 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 nice. It's a This would be first sip of the night. Get your mouth warmed up with this, and then move on to the higher proof stuff. Um, I like it. I like it. I liked it a lot. I think I gave it an 86. So yeah, it was in the 80s. I think it was 86. Um, but for what it is and what it costs, it's just a great entry tequila. Um, Start off the night, have a couple of these, make a margarita with it. You know, just play around with it. Um, it's got some. There's nothing off-putting. That's the best way to explain it. There's nothing. It's not too peppery. It's not too vegetal. It's not too whatever. I mean, it's got just enough sweetness from the cooked agave. It's got a little floral, a little citrus to it. Um, Definitely has some minerality to it, and it's got a light pepper, but it's not pepper. It's just pepper. Those of you know that know. So let's crack this. Let's pop this puppy open. Let's have a little. You're doing too much talking, not enough drinking. So, like I said, it's a very nice tequila. I love. Um, I, I've already started giving out samples, sharing it with friends. I want their opinion on it as well as my own because mine doesn't mean squat. But yeah, I got a little vegetable note on there, lots of minerality, and that cooked agave starts coming through. Like I said, it is. I'm not going to call it simple, but it is just a straightforward, nice tequila, and well worth the $40 that they'll start charging for it. So, salute. Mm, that's just good. I don't want to tell you, it. It's a lot like Lalo. I mean, it can't be exactly like Lalo, but it's a lot like Lalo. I think it's got a little more pepper at the back end than Lalo does, and that's fine because I like a little pepper, a little higher proof stuff. But it's one of those things. So moving on. So we'll keep sipping on this while we talk about some other stuff. So yeah, all these. Um, these are limited. You can buy these here in the U.S. I bought them online. You can look this up. Look this up on the internet, and it'll link you to where you can buy this. I bought it at Roadrunner Online Spirits. I know that if you buy two of the aged expressions, shipping is free. At least it was. Of course, I didn't get two aged expressions. I got a Forte Blanco and a Hoven. So I paid my shipping. But for a 1 liter bottle and a 750, I paid $20 for shipping. That's not bad. So that's that. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to opening, especially the Añejo Vivo. Man, that was, like I said, that was my birthday gift. Seriously, I mean, compared to all the rest of them, that was the one that was like, but I wanted it. I love Vivo. I love Long Island Lou. He is a role model for anything you want to talk about. Start getting talk about tequila. So he's the dude. He's the one that I judge myself over much as I can. I'm not into. I don't have the palate that he has, but I have the love for tequila that he has, and I really do, and that's why I have such a varied collection. I don't have huge amounts of bottles, though. You see, if I if I could put on display all my empty bottles, you'd say, I don't think so, Chris. I think you got a good enough selection there, but they're all empty. So, and full bottles, those are few and far between. I only have a few of those, probably a handful or so. So, Um, but this, keep your eye out for this. It's coming. This is good. This is what they're starting out with. This is a great way to go. Um, yeah, looking forward to this. Old Long Island Lou, and really looking forward to opening that one up. But and this one, I know the guys that went to with Mary Carmen, and they went down and saw Carlos and his daughter, and they sat around and they tasted, and before they got up from the table to go eat dinner, he said, "Whoa, we got one more," and they pulled out this, and everybody got to taste this before they went to dinner. And I was supposed to be on that trip, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get away from work. Um, really made me feel bad. But I'm glad they got to taste this because I got so many people saying you need to try that, dude. You need to try it. So, Keith, thank you for making me get this. I did a lot of arm twisting. Not at all. None at all. Didn't take any arm twisting at all. But that's kind of what I've been doing with my back being bad. I haven't even at one point couldn't even sit in this chair to do videos or even edit videos. I was in bed. It's sciatic bad, bad. But we're getting all good. I've been back to work for 2 weeks, struggling but working, and glad to be doing something other than laying in bed. I'm bored out of my skull. So what little I can do at work, I can do a lot of supervising and a lot of pointing. They're going to get tired of that soon. So we'll see. But I mean, I need to still working on editing my Fortaleza video, and then I probably need to go ahead and start doing my El Tequilino video. Uh, I like I said, just not with it as far as that stuff goes. So, um, other than that, let's see, probably got a few other bottles that you haven't seen. Um, I got an El Tesoro Knob Creek to replace all my empty ones. And this will be number 3, and it's already got a dent in it. I did get some Tequila Ocho Widow Jane Reposado. Got a couple of those. I did get a replacement bottle. One of my favorites, Cascaween SVD. I got a backup for this one because it's just about gone. And so, yeah, you stick me in bed with my cell phone, I can get in all kinds of trouble. So it's like, stop. I gotta stop. And I got things to do and stuff, needs the moolah for something else. So I've been playing around, and I got a couple more ideas of things I want to do as far as in bottle aging. I got a barrel strength Michter's rye that I want to use as a seasoning for a stave, and I think I'm going to get another big bottle of Tohona Cascaween, and I'm going to age it in this with the Michter's rye stick. That's unless I get a hold of something else, like some old Rip Van Winkle or something. We'll see. I got lots to pick from. Lots to pick from. So I just need to pick up a couple more bottles in a month or so, pay some bills, um, and start editing some videos because I need to get the big ones out and done because once after my birthday and we open these bottles, we're going to do a tasting on camera. So till we get to that, which is tomorrow, next week probably have a couple videos coming out about those tequilas that were opened over the weekend. And who knows, maybe I'll videotape a little bit of the birthday party. So who knows, maybe I'll think about it. I'll take the stuff. I'll probably get too busy and forget. But I'll take some photos at least, and we can post those with some other stuff with the tastings that we do next week. So, salud. Yeah. It gets a little astringent and then it goes away. Which I think is that vegetal note that it's not, and I've had worse of that. I don't want to call it bitter. It's like when you bite into oh, like a lemon rind or a lime rind. It's just bitter. Cucumber skin that's bitter. That's what it reminds me of. And but on this, it's there for a second and then it goes away. So, and it could just be my palate. Time just hit some water. But it's enjoyable. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. What else? Can't think of anything else. Posted a little story on Instagram today and Facebook. Use my little, that's what I do. I drink tequila and I know things. With what we're talking about tonight and having a little fun with it. If you see my shirt, you also see that it's misspelled. I didn't when I ordered it. I made Caleb and I, my son, and I made a AI rendering of different things of what we were going to use for my logo, and we settled on this, but then realized that AI doesn't know how to spell. There's no two I's in tequila. Well, when I was ordering the polo shirts, because I had ordered one, they out of stock, never came through, didn't change, so I canceled that order, ordered another sample, and got it here and was like, man, that looks really good. I love the colors of the stitching because this is embroidered, and then realized it had two eyes. I'm like, come on. I got looking at all the templates that I had were misspelled with two eyes. I'm like, where's the right one? So I hollered at Caleb, and he came up and figured out that he had it downstairs in his computer. I didn't have it up here, and I was not able to figure out how I could pull the template from my T-shirts that are correct, and which the hat's correct, and then just do it to the embroidered shirt. He figured it out, fixed it up for me, and so I got another shirt coming. I was hoping it was going to be here by today, but it's not, and it'll probably not show up until Monday. So next week, if you see that is spelled correctly, I get my shirt. And by the way, if you want shirts, hats, T-shirts, I've got women's T-shirts, men's T-shirts. I am working with Caleb. We're going to work on doing a wallpaper print because there's some items on Foursquare, yeah, where I have my merchandise stuff. That there's sweatpants and sweatshirts and Hawaiian shirts that I would like to have this printed all over, upside down, right side up, sideways, whatever, wallpaper, to do like a Hawaiian shirt. I think that'd be cool. And then they've got, like I said, sweatpants and yoga pants, and I don't want just this in one big spot in the middle. I'd rather have small ones all over the place, and that's where I want to go with it. Because I know, my sisters would probably get some of that stuff, and selfless plug. But we're working on that, and got to get him and me on the same page and in the same frame of mind to get that done. And so if you look on my Facebook page, there is there should be one in the video. We'll see if I can remember to put it in there. There'll be a link to my merchandise page on Foursquare. Is that right? Yeah, Foursquare. Hold on. We're going to look. Where's that at? Oh, I know where that's at. Sorry, it's Fourth Wall. Not Foursquare, Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall. And it's tequila time at fourthwall.com. And just check it out. I got a few, like I said, I got hats, T-shirts, and I got the small on the front, big on the back.
Women's just has it on the front, but it's a women's styled t-shirt, little V-neck, little shorter sleeves. It's not trying to fit into a man's t-shirt. That was one request from my sister. Can you just get women's t-shirts? Yes, I can. And then we did the polo shirt. And so those are the only things on there now. Oh, I do have a long sleeve t-shirt. Somebody asked about that as well. So I do have a long sleeve. Again, I think it's small here and big on the back, or it's just big on the front. I can't remember. It's been a while since I did it. But check it out. And, you know, like I said, I'm not making any money on this stuff. It's just if you'd like to have something that's nice like this, I like this. You'll see me in this a lot more. Of course, you'll also see me in my other tequila t-shirts. Today I wore my Cascaween to work, and somebody, what's that on your back? Oh, and I think it's actually one of the ones that they wear at the distillery. So, because none of it's in English, so and that's a good thing. What else? I don't have a whole lot. Looking forward to the reviews that we'll do on tape uh, here in the coming week. Really excited to tell you all about the Vivo Añejo and the Cholos tequilas. I just wow, just really excited. I have tried the Reposado. CJ brought it to our uh, Kansas City Tequila Hunters Club meeting at Old Shawnee Pizza, and we had some zombies, and we had some cholos, and we had a bunch of other things. Uh, Mr. Walker, you are a very generous, kind person, and I think we've talked about you did it on a Tuesday because that's when he has his Tequila Tuesdays at the pizzeria, and but I think we're talking about maybe moving that to a Saturday. So those of you that see me in the Kansas City area, we're gonna do sipping Saturdays with the Kansas City Tequila Hunters Club. Please come join us and join the club on Facebook. Get lots of information on where to find things and people around town, and sometimes you're looking for a certain bottle. Well, somebody's found it, and they'll let you know when they find it. Um, it's just a nice way to be able to interact with folks here in town. And we want to expand this club so we can have some nice little meetings. Maybe have some bottle shares in places, and just be able to just mingle as a group. That's the whole thing. And I think moving that to a Saturday or a Friday night somewhere may not get everybody to be involved, but we can get more. Um, we had four of us, four of us this time. Again, it was on a Tuesday, not the best time, but we had a great time. We had a great time, um, and looking at different ways to mix it up. So it's time to pour some Fortaleza. So again, 3 days oak stave soaked in Weller Antique 107. And let's give this puppy a try. We'll see if I can smell it. Oh, wow. Not what I was expecting. Cooked agave. The first smell, I got apple. You tell me. I get a little bit of that oak from the stave. The fruit. Wow, that smells delicious. Let's give her a taste. Salute. Well, it's terrible. Wrong. No, that's delicious. as those of you that do know, Fortaleza is easy to drink. This is still strength at 46%. So we're at 92 proof. Mouth, the viscosity in the mouth is just wonderful. Mouthfeel is great. It's all over the inside of my mouth. Um, the sweetness that the oak and from the whiskey barrel added to it just increased the sweetness tenfold. Not only do you have the cooked agave, the minerality, a little bit of vegetal, all those things you would get with a normal Fortaleza Blanco, especially at still strength. Um, this added to it, like I said, the first on the nose, I got apple, really like fresh apple, really good. Love the color. It's not too dark. I would not. This is not what I would even consider to be an añejo, though I have seen Fortaleza añejos this color. I've also seen Fortaleza repos this color. So we'll call this a first use barrel, and that's about where I've got. I thought about leaving this in for another day, and I'm glad I didn't. One, because I want to share this tomorrow. But wow, wow, wow. I'm kind of getting the hang of this. I like being able to make something that I can't find, and to take one of my favorite tequilas and change it to this. I mean, I'll still have some still strength. I still have a full bottle of Blanco. I've still got 2 full bottles of still strength. But compare this to the repo from them, it's different. It's going to be different, you know. And whatever I season the wood with, whatever bourbon or whiskey or whatever will just amplify and give it a different flavor profile. Um, one of these days I'll get around to maybe getting some cognac or something that just some small things of that so I can play around with that. I think getting some more Cascaween Tohono Blanco is going to be a good idea for me to age. I love the Tohono from Cascaween. I also like the G4 Madeira. I would show you that bottle, but I took it to the lake house and left it because I did drink about half of it. And so I need to get it out of here and restock my little bar at the lake. So took that down there. That I did with Woodford Double Oaked. I used the smaller stave. I seasoned it for 2 days in Woodford Double Oaked, then let it dry, and then 3 days later pulled the stave out, and it was darker than this. I would have called that an añejo, especially in the G4 category. It was an añejo. It was delicious. Well, it is delicious. I still have it. I just don't have it here. So, um, we're going to close out because I'm making this thing too long, and I'm rambling, and I'm looking for things to talk about. So, as Agave Love and Lore says, respect what's in your glass. And we'll see you next time. Salute.